See what thing happened 2 days ago with airpeace. See as people they rush like say they want enter motor for motor park. Africa no suppose they run democracy as government. Why? Because we no sabi how to live in a democratic republic. We can't manage this. We can't function democratically. Whether na leaders, whether na politicians, pastors, citizens, everybody. Africa no suppose they run democratic system of governance. We suppose they run Africacy. Yes, Africacy. Since we no fit run wetin they call democracy. Now, so I hear few days ago, say one country for Africa, whether na for Zimbabwe, I don't know, say they arrest native doctor. Say in they plan to do juju for president. Arrest native doctor saying they conspire to do juju for president. As in how na go take go prove that one for court? Spiritual something, na they arrest person. See, no be everything where white man been come our country, we come our continent, come show us or come do. Now we want the copy. Then bring their own suits, come they wear suits. We copy to wear suits. They invent aeroplane. Where we say before we been they jump from tree to tree. We won't go visit your neighbor. You climb your tree, jump, enter the other tree, visit your neighbor from a tree, climb, enter. And that's so we been they operate for Africa. But we talk say we won't follow the fly plane. They use plane. See what thing happened 2 days ago with airpeace. See as people they rush like say they want enter motor for motor park. It reminds me of how for India then they climb on top of train, moving train. People they park inside train for India. And this is what I just see. So what happened with airpeace? It also reminds me of what happened 3 years ago for Afghanistan. Make una see am here for una screen. As Afghanistan, once Taliban can't take over power, Afghans won't run, leave Afghanistan. Now so then they climb planes. Plane where won't take off, then they run after plane. What is the difference between that and waiting happen with airpeace? I know say airpeace, the honor of airpeace. When he start this because me say I be follow praise airpeace. Now during that COVID time, I be follow praise airpeace. Now airpeace do make flight from Niger to London, they reduce. Even though now say Niger don't happen to airpeace. Now so you go book flight for airpeace. You don't know say 20 people don't book that seat where you don't book. But anyways, maybe what I want to talk about be that. Now still they talk of democracy for Africa. Now they talk about so. Few days ago, night our police PRO tweet say if you insult, say a criminal offense, to insult person, to tell person waka, to tell your governor waka, say no construct road, say a criminal offense, to tell your senator thunder fire you, waiting you been promised us, say you go do, you know do and thunder fire you. Say if you talk am for social media, online, say a criminal offense. Now one of our lawyers in Iberefion come talk say police they lie. Una don't even understand the law. Una don't even the defamation law. They've been done amend them. So the defamation laws where una been know 20 years ago, no be the same law, but una police, una no one listen, una just directly no one sabi about this thing. Now you can't talk so to tell person God punish you, saying a criminal offense. See, I don't understand why una dey like this. The only freedom of speech where we get, because now we don't get freedom for anything. The only thing where we get will be our mouth. Make una continue to steal the money. Make una continue to oppress us. Make una continue to do what you una won't do. But we get our mouth to talk. Una won't collect them from us. Eh? Now so una go tell us say we no go to go toilet again. Now so una go to tell us say we no go to breathe again. Eh? Now so they start small. So that's why I talk say we no suppose practice democracy. Even China, where they borrow money from, they know they practice democracy, communism. Other countries where they're successful, they know they practice democracy. So if democracy don't tie, if now one turn our country dictatorship, make una kukuma tell us. So you say, okay, we're in a dictatorship regime or governance, we be communist, everybody be communist. Why not go just they carry a democracy they front for our nose? Just they like food where you feel smell the food, but you know feel chop. Because we know they chop democracy for Africa. For Nigeria, we know they chop democracy. Go arrest lawyer because he talk something bad about you. No feel swan. Now don't arrest that boy. We tell Sanwo-Olu. Hey, I beg. If una no be hear the guy insult, make una watch out for that sound.
Inspector General of Police talk say if there are any political officials, may they jail the person. Only Davun Tinubu, yes, Tinubu na the one president wey dey na the current president. You know go better for all Tinubu ni balemi to ba. Yes, next person. Sanwo-Olu na the Lagos State Governor. Oloju dudu ko ni Davun ko ni balemi to ba. Next, who is the next person? Now tell me the most powerful politician wey go abuse when I go arrest me fast. Okon yo ni balemi kule. They spoil country and no see anything to do there. Now they do church or they claim police. Okon yo ni bale. Any kule. You know go better for the politicians we put Nigeria for this situation. Oh, they okon go yo ni bale. Emma show for down ni. Wetin be all this nonsense? Where all these police they talk like say if they are any kule. Unabi. Tinubu, Jagaban, okon ni bale ni bikibi to ba wa. O ma show for ni. Any gwe.
Sure, I don't see our democratic governance where we operate for Nigeria. Tell me why we go practice democracy. Oyibo come introduce their system, we copy. They introduce dressing, we copy. The talk say yes, Africa we are respectable. Yeah, we don't insult our elders. Tell me for Africa we they kidnap people. If you want you say for Africa we're supposed to be civilized, you don't insult elder, you don't insult. So for Africa they teach us to maybe they steal money. They teach us where they embezzle money. So it means if we can't insult our elders, they arrest. So why leaders embezzle money? Why they say all the promises where they made during election time, before election, they no come fulfill that promise. And then with that anger, since we know if we do anything, they wanna sit on that fire and come arrest us. Why? Why? We say we dey practice democracy. In fact, I want the king of insults. I want make una watch the king of insults for the whole world. I mean, for the whole world, the king of insults. But till today, they never arrested him. In fact, he won't be president again. I bet, make una watch.
Well, we have some of the dumbest leaders in the world. We have losers. We have losers.
They're losers. They're just losers.
We have very stupid people. We have stupid leadership. How stupid are our leaders? How stupid are these politicians to allow this to happen? How stupid are they? Hillary Clinton was the single worst Secretary of State in the history of this country. The world collapsed around us while she was Secretary of State.
I have just one word for Mr. Trump. Basta. Enough.
I think Jeb is a nice person. He's very low energy. I'm not used to that kind of a person.
So he's doing this to inflame and to incite and to draw attention, which seems to be his organizing principle of his campaign.
And then I see Rick Perry the other day, and he's so, he's doing very poorly in the polls. He put glasses on so people will think he's smart. And it just doesn't work. People can see through the glasses. You have this guy, Lindsey Graham, a total lightweight. Here's a guy in the private sector, he couldn't get a job, believe me. Couldn't get a job. He couldn't do what you people did. You're all retired as hell and rich, okay? He wouldn't be rich. He'd be poor. And I see this vicious tweet, because I've been nice to Scott Walker. I said, oh, finally I can attack. Finally.
For a lot of us, it's like watching a car accident instead of focusing on the direction we should be headed. That's a sideshow out there.
But Mr. Trump, you're not a nice person. That's true. But actually, I am.
And also, I want make una follow watch how Obama attack the king of insults.
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories. This weird obsession with crowd sizes. I heard someone compare Trump to the neighbor who keeps running his leaf blower outside your window every minute of every day. From a neighbor, that's exhausting. From a president, it's just dangerous.
For my people, I know say this video long, I understand, I beg, no vex. But in order to portray wetin I really need to talk about, I need bring facts, I need bring, videos from other places so that una go see wetin I dey talk about. If una sabi wetin, then they talk about Benjamin Netanyahu, I mean Israeli prime minister for this country. If una sabi the protest, where then they make and they insult, abuse. In fact, they even they put themselves for banner. As in right after last week, as we they come back from Akuna, so I know if you even talk within the right. For the ban about Netanyahu, very bad thing. Very bad thing. But see, now country where they practice democracy. Nobody is arrested. Why? Because everybody get their freedom of speech. But again, understand say if you the insult person, that one no mean say it makes sense to the insult person. It means say, first of all, you be person where they hot-tempered. It means say you be person where we say you are easily angered and provoked. And the only way we feel show that provocation now with your mouth. To insult person no good. But sometimes now a kind of emotion where you know if you just hold back. People where no fit fight, now mouth then get. So for Nigeria, since we no fit fight, since we no fit stand up as youths, as the future leaders for our own country. So now mouth we get to the top for social media. If una no want, make them insult una, then do the right thing. And you politician, if you no want make them insult you, no even go into power. No even contest for any election because truth be told, if you like, do everything where your constituency want. You get one person where no go ever they satisfied and maybe now that person will come insult you. So if you're not ready to take all these insults, no even contest for any position in the government, don't contest because you must hear them. You go hear them. So if you know that, why una come bring laws just to suppress us? Just to suppress us with una wicked laws because this is not democracy anymore. And finally, I beg, I want make una watch this interview where they interview person for White House as in a spokesman to White House. The questions where they ask him, this is to show you say the people, they want make their government they transparent. They want make the leaders they transparent. Yes, we sabi say some leaders even for this Oyibo country they thief money, but as much as in the thief, then they try show workings. So I beg, make una watch these questions where they bombard this person where they White House. Now the same questions will be say if our journalists, if our what's in the column, if our press, if investigators ask our government for Aso Rock, now jail get you, now prison get you. But anyways, now here I go close this video. Make una just watch the interview of how people demand accountability from their president. And see you guys next time. Bye for now.
Thanks, Kareem. Why hasn't President Biden said anything in the public about this? Don't the American people deserve to know why millions of federal workers could enter this holiday period without a paycheck?
Well, Americans need to know that Republicans are getting in the way here, and they are the ones who have created this mess. That's the reality. That's the fact. And the president, and let me just take a step back. This is not the first time we've been here, and the president has had this approach before. He understands how Congress works. He's been around for some time. He understands what strategy works here to get this done. So this is not the first time that I'm being asked this question about the president and his outreach. I just mentioned he made 2 calls. He was in touch with the leader, the Democratic leaders on both the House and the Senate, Schumer and Jeffries. So, and his team is continuing to have that conversation. But this is the mess that was created by Speaker Johnson. He needs to fix this. That's what the American people need to be very clear about. Very clear. There was a bipartisan agreement, and he's not holding up his side of the bargain here.
We hear that message from you, but why aren't we hearing that directly from the president? Why haven't we seen or heard from President Biden himself?
This is a strategy that we have done many times before, not the first time. And this is for Republicans in Congress, in the House specifically, to fix. They created this mess. There was a bipartisan agreement. There was. There was a bipartisan agreement.
To come in front of cameras
There
and speak
was a
directly to the American
bipartisan
people.
agreement. There was a bipartisan agreement. And so what we want to do and what we want to, what the president wants to make sure we do is he stands to ready to help get a bipartisan deal through. That's what he wants to see. And, you know, this is something that Republicans should own here. What they tried to jam at the 11th hour doesn't reflect. And what that bipartisan deal that they came up with obviously with Democrats. And, you know, Republicans are showing a disregard for the American people.
Just lastly, some leading Democrats are calling Elon Musk President Musk or Co-President Musk. What is the White House's and President Biden's reaction to this labeling of Elon Musk, and whether or not House Republicans are listening more to this billionaire than the president-elect?
What I can say is congressional Republicans, at the direction, and you all know this, you all reported this, of President Trump and Elon Musk, are, you know, trying to pave the way. What they're doing is trying to pave the way for $5 trillion to our national debt. That's what this decision does. I mean, you're talking about with cuts for billionaires, slashing Social Security, slashing Medicare, slashing Head Start. Congressional Republicans did what they did because of what the president-elect said and what Elon Musk said. That's the reality. You guys all reported this. That's why we are where we are today. So this is for Speaker Johnson to fix. This is the mess that he created. He needs to fix this. Again, a bipartisan agreement. There is a bipartisan agreement.